Happy full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. The full moon lunar eclipse perfects Monday, March 25th at 12 a.m. Pacific time. So 3 a.m. on the East Coast, the witching hour. And just after midnight tonight here on the West Coast. And this is a powerful turning point in the year. It's a karmic turning point in the year when an eclipse is involved. Full moon eclipses, lunar eclipses happen because, well, all full moons are the sun opposing the moon. So they're directly across from each other, and that's why the moon is shining so bright. But in a full moon lunar eclipse, the earth is coming between the two luminaries and casting its shadow on the moon. And so from the earth's perspective, we see this like red shadow come over the moon. And the ancient wisdom around this is that when the earth casts its shadow on the moon, that can bring out the shadow in people here on planet Earth. Or it can bring out the shadow in circumstances. And that can be a dramatic experience when it happens, just as gazing upon the moon during a lunar eclipse can feel very dramatic and very provocative. And so the astronomy and the astrology are very connected in terms of what it means. And full moons in general bring culmination, they bring illumination, they bring heightened emotions. And so a lunar eclipse is like a full moon on steroids. And basically, what's also important about this full moon is we're entering an eclipse portal with the full moon. And so March 25th through April 8th, when the solar eclipse happens in Aries, we're going to be in an eclipse portal. This is a very sublime space and energy. And we've all moved through many eclipse portals in our lifetime. Eclipses happen every year. But the meaning, the oracular meaning for them is that these are the points that the year, they're like the hinges, they're the turning points. They're, when we're in an eclipse portal, fate's hand is at work. And we're also usually making fated choices, but things are obscured from our view at the same time. So it's this very, it can be a tricky situation. Things are not necessarily as they appear at first glance. And as you're making decisions during this period, keep in mind that you're not able to see everything in the environment. And what I love about the eclipse portal is that there is an opportunity here with a lot of self-awareness and courage to make a quantum leap at this time in the Aries Libra axis of your chart. And when I say make a quantum leap, I mean like you can jump timelines in this life during an eclipse portal. I've done it before. It's not easy, but it's exhilarating and life-altering. And it just requires, yes, awareness around the timing, the placement, and then, yes, the courage, because you have to face your fears to make a quantum leap. You know, it's like you got to run and you got to go for it and jump timelines. And if you're interested in knowing more about this or how to do this, definitely contact me for a reading. You know, in general, that's why I'm making this video. I forgot to say it in the beginning, but I'm making this video encouraging people to contact me for a reading. During the eclipse portal is a wonderful time to get a reading, because even though things are obscured from view, the wonderful thing about a birth chart is that you can zoom out. You're looking at things, you're getting outside of yourself, and you're looking at things from an objective point of view. You can see all the players in your life and all the topics of your life and all of your different things about your psychological makeup, and you can kind of, you know, I don't know, I find it so fascinating. I would love to read your chart with you. I can do readings on Zoom so I can read for people anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world. Eclipse portal, such a good time to get a reading. Plus, we just had the spring equinox, so it's a whole new season. And aside from being in the eclipse portal, we're also in the pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde, which Mercury is going to be retrograde in Aries. So the Aries sector of our chart is really firing up right now on all cylinders. And we are getting ready to have a turbo, rapid new start in that area of our life. And so it's really good to take a look at where that is. And I think that, you know, and we can also look at your 12th house, which is where things are, what's going on in the blind spot, and maybe, you know, get ahead of that too. But yeah, the eclipse portal, it's a powerful portal. And what else do I want to say about it? This eclipse is ruled by Venus because it's in Libra. And so there's a lot of letting go around beauty, art, love, style, you know, all of these Libran things, a legal situation perhaps, a justice, you know, a friendship, a social situation. There's a release, there's a letting go. It's conjunct the South Node. You know, if Libra's in your first house, it could be letting go of an identity or a romantic relationship. If it's your second house, it can be letting go of a financial relationship or partnership of some kind, or a value system of some kind. You know, it's all, you know, if it's in your 10th house, it might be letting go of a partnership in your career. Like, but there's a big theme around letting go in partnerships, whether they're romantic, business, creative, or otherwise. And yeah, Venus is in charge. She's in Pisces, where she's exalted, which is great, but she just met up with Saturn. So she's experiencing, Venus is experiencing, even though she's being celebrated and admired, she is experiencing some tough emotional situations, lessons, but she is, you know, she's creating her vision, you know, she's creating her dream for the future. And she just met up with Saturn. They had a very serious talk. And Saturn is in Pisces for this 2.5 years, you know, strumming the chord of emotional maturity and emotional boundaries for all of us. And yeah, so these are like just a few of the things that are going on. I mean, there's so much more that I could get into. Mars just entered Pisces too. So there's a lot happening in the Pisces area, the Aries area, and the Libra area of our charts. And so if you contact me for a reading, we can look at all of those houses and and talk about that. But yeah, in the meantime and in between time, enjoy the lunar eclipse. And thank you for joining me. And to contact me for a reading, you can email me at empresselian@gmail.com or follow me on Instagram at astrology.tarot.eliannicole. Go to my profile bio, hit the contact button underneath, and it will take you to the email to email me directly for a reading. And thank you for joining me. Bye.